everybody, happy new year. Welcome 2018. Welcome back to Taz's Wig Closet. This is Taz. Today I want to take you through another countdown of favorite wig styles for 2017. And today I am going to feature the mid-length category. I think this is probably the most ambiguous of the categories because that can range anywhere from 12 to 13 inches to 16, 17, even 18 inches is considered what we would consider mid-length. So it's no surprise that all of my favorites are of the curly wavy styles, which I have really loved this year. I am going to start with what I have on right now. So this would be in the number 7 category or slot. And this is Biscotti Babe by Belle Tress. And the color on this one is called Champagne on Ice. This is one of those custom colors that Heather at Sister Wigs have produced with Belle Tress. I absolutely love it. I know that it's sold out right now, so I'm not sure if you might be able to find one on a clearance or something eventually, but a lot of those colors went very, very quickly, and this is one of them. I love it. It is a beautiful platinum blonde, but it's more of a, I like to describe it as a vanilla frost. It's sort of an ombre shade as well. So you've got the darker root, you've got a very neutral to cool base, and then you've got these beautiful frosty tips. It's gorgeous. Everywhere I go, I get compliments on this. My son was with me when we went through McDonald's one day, and I think I got 2 or 3 compliments just sitting there in the drive-thru. You know, first you give your money, and then you go pick up your order. So he says, "Mom, do you always get compliments on your wigs like that?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And if I have time to sit and chat about it with somebody, I'll tell them right where they can go buy a wig, just like it. So I love having those discussions with people. I think this is just beautiful. Features all of this wonderful curl, these corkscrew curls, this beachy boho wave. Love it. Now, one thing with the Belle Tress fibers, you've probably picked up on this already, but they're very prone to flyaways. These fibers are very fine and denier, and they tend to have a little bit of flyaways, but you know what? Human hair does too. Human hair has a ton of flyaways, especially when the weather is drier or the hair is finer. So I don't look at that as a giveaway. In fact, you know, wigs don't normally have flyaways. So I don't think that takes away from the realism at all. And it's very easy to remedy. So what I do normally is, because I'm fluffing and styling, a lot of flyaways can happen. So what I do is when I'm ready to go, or right before, I'll just take and spritz with water and just sort of reform those curls with my hands. Maybe use a little bit of spray. I don't use a lot of product in my hair. It tends to attract dirt quite a bit. So the more products you use in your hair, the more often you're going to have to wash them, and that could reduce the longevity of your style. So I use water when I can. I use water to bring out texture. I use water to tame flyaways. I use water if I want to reshape my style or create a little something new. On synthetic wigs, it's going to dry. It's not going to be a problem, but it's going to dry a little with a little more texture. So I have Biscotti Babe in 2 different colors, so I think I'll go ahead and take out both colors to show you. Again, this is Champagne on Ice. I'll do a quick spin and a turn for this color, and then I'll put on the other one, which is Raspberry Cocoa Frappe, and that's another one that's sold out. But I really wanted to show this style because the Biscotti Babe has a beautiful color palette available if you want to check out this style. And these custom colors that Heather created here, these are all in non-heat friendly fiber. Now the regular Biscotti Babe that you'll go out to the website and see, this would, those would be of the heat-friendly variety, and I've had those as well. They're also very fine and denier. The fibers feel amazing. They are also prone to flyaways and tangles, just like any non-heat friendly fiber would be. All right, so I'll go ahead and pull out the Raspberry Cocoa Frappe just to give you a quick look. So this is the Raspberry Cocoa Frappe. Isn't it just delicious? It's a brown base color with some like raspberry, real pretty purpley raspberry going through it, and then some more like silver frosting on the tips and blended in. It's just gorgeous. I'm so happy to have this one. Again, flyaways, and what I actually did, even though this is not heat-friendly synthetic fiber, I went ahead and steamed in just a little bit of lift here at the top where I thought I needed it. There's very limited permatease on this Biscotti Babe style. Even, you know, this is the same style as the regular Biscotti Babe. They all feature the lace front and full mono top, open back and sides, and because of that mono top, there just wasn't a lot of built-in lift there, so I thought I wanted a little bit more just to balance out these sides. So I went ahead and steamed in a little bit of lift there at the front. So I haven't taken the tags off of this one yet. I am planning on wearing it, although this is probably not an everyday color for me like the champagne on ice would be. I just think it's so unique, and I'm going to have so much fun wearing it. These colors, these frosted jewel tone colors are going to be so in this year. I think I was reading where, you know, the pinks and the purples and the aquamarine, they're really going to hit this mainstream scene. Okay, so up next, number 6 in my countdown. So this is number 6. This is Polina by Henry Margu in the color 14H. I have a full review of this wig that just recently released on the Sister Wigs YouTube channel. So be sure to check that out if you're interested. I love this curl pattern. It's so unique. So you've got some longer, more ringlet style curls. There's some not quite fully formed curls. There's just a lot going on in this curl pattern. It's not too uniform. So I think when it starts to look when curls start to look really uniform, then sometimes that gives you the tip off that it's a wig. But in this case, I think that the curls are absolutely gorgeous. I was telling somebody that my sister, and I think it might have been in the review, my sister has beautiful curly hair that looks just like this, and I always had hair envy growing up. She got the beautiful thicker curly hair, and I got the short end of the stick. That's what I got. But good for her, and I'm so glad that I found wigs because now I can experiment with all the curl. There's so many different types. So this is more on the really curly side as opposed to wavy, but again, that texture is just beautiful. So what you'll find on Polina, though, that there's a lot of permatease up here, and if you're opposed to permatease, if you're petite frame, this might be a little bit much for you. I saw a comment that, gee, Taz, I think that wig looks really good on you. She said, but I'm afraid that that wig would probably wear me. So it is a bit of a beast, but I think you can work with it, especially if you're used to curl. You can work with the parting space up here. The permatease will settle. But what I often love to do with this is, and I love it straight down as well, but I like to take some bulk out of the sides. I think you've all seen me do this before. But it just takes some bulk out, and still get all that beautiful curly texture. So I will put this on, but I do want to show you. This is the other Paulina that I have. It's a beautiful golden brown color with some light gold blonde highlighting throughout. This really brings out this texture. But this is 12H in Henry Margu line. Isn't it gorgeous? This is actually my favorite brunette right now. It's just right for me. So Polina has a lace front, and then it's heavily permateased throughout with an open back and sides. All right, so up next, number 5 in my countdown. So you've probably all seen this one before too. I have featured it a couple of times. This is Kendall by Henry Margu. In the color 26GR, which is a beautiful rooted blonde color. I'd heard they were going to discontinue this color, but I can't be sure about that. Kendall is a beautiful mid-length curly style that I've enjoyed wearing. I think it's beautiful. It has a lace front, a full monotop, and it has this beautiful, beautiful curl. The only drawback that I have with this style and this wig is the straight bangs. So the bangs are just, they're so floppy. They just flop in your face because there's no body and no texture, unlike the rest of the style. So what I have done is just basically train those bangs. Every time I put it on, I'm always training those bangs to fall backward instead of forward. I could always pin them up or trim them or whatnot, but I like the length of them. I just wish there was a little bit more curl and bend and a little more lift there at the top when where the bangs come out. I have worn this many times, just like it is. I haven't really used any clips or anything else to hold it back, but I did find that throughout the day I was constantly touching it to make it fall into place for me. But isn't it gorgeous? It's just gorgeous. Okay, so let's go ahead and move up to number 4. All right, so number 4, you're looking at this and you're thinking, Tess, this is not a mid-length style. You're right, I missed this when I did my long styles. I certainly love this style and I certainly want to show it. So this would be on, this is actually a very long wig style. This is Rachel by Jon Renau in the color 12 FS8. I have featured this wig before and I absolutely love it. It's fully hand-tied lace front monotop. It feels amazing on and the fit is beautiful. I love this textured wave throughout the style. Absolutely love it. I have it in 2 colors. I will go ahead and show you the other color. But I did not want to miss showing this because I love it. And I put it in the middle of my mid-length countdown because I wear it probably as much or more as I did the 5, 6, and 7 in this mid-length countdown. So if you can overlook the length and just enjoy this beautiful style. It actually should have appeared again in my long countdown for long wigs. Just absolutely gorgeous. I like Heidi too, and Heidi's just a bit, there's a bit more permatease. It's not fully hand tied, so this is just a little step up from Heidi. Gorgeous. All right, I'll go ahead and show you the other color. So this is the 12 FS8. The other one that I have is 22 F16. I'll be right back. All right, so this is Rachel in the 22 F16, which is the ashiest and lightest blonde in the Jon Renau line. And Jon Renau, if you're listening, a lot of us out here would really love if we could get a rooted version of this color. It's just gorgeous. Actually, this one's a lot different, and I've worn this one less, obviously, than I have the 22, or I'm sorry, the 12 FS8, but it's curlier. Those curls are almost fully formed, and even though I've sort of picked them out, they just tend to go back into those long spiral curls. And that's a little bit different than this other Rachel in the 12 FS8, because this is just more of a gentle wave, where this is really a spiral curl. I thought I would point that out. I love the front of this. That lace front is absolutely undetectable. Now, Jon Renau, if you get a dark color or if you get a rooted color, sometimes those lace fronts can be a little thick and knotty looking. But this one is done to perfection. And again, this is not a rooted color. That's my widow's peak there. But isn't that lace front divine? And I love the way these bangs, there's a little bit of a curvature or cowlick right there. And that just gives me a little bit of lift at the top because, again, there's no permatease on this with the fully hand-tied style. I like a little bit of volume there, built-in body. Rachel is still a huge hit in my book, and this one has been boxed for a while. I don't know why. I tend to go through phases where I'll wear a group of wigs a lot, and while the other ones are boxed, and then I'll kind of rotate. So this one's been in the box a little while. I've been wearing more of what I'm going to show you next on my countdown. Be right back. So up next, this is number 3 on my countdown, and you've all seen this one a ton of times from me. I like to use it in comparisons for color and texture. This is Radiant Beauty by Gabor. This is the original Radiant Beauty that I bought when it first came out I think it was 2016 spring, and I'm still wearing it. Now, I don't wear it all the time, and certainly not every day, but it has been washed a number of times and has held up so well for me, and I just still love this texture. Lace front, left hand monopart. And I don't like this wig any more or less than the other ones that I've shown you, but I do tend to wear it a little bit more. This is kind of a go-to medium length curly for me. Plus, in the summertime, this makes the most comfortable updos. This is one medium to long style that you can wear in the summertime. It's very light and cool and just looks adorable in some updos. I love how it moves, and it's all very light and feathery. All right, up next is number 2. And number 2 is a very recent style that was just released by Estetica. And I have worn this wig a lot since it was released. That's why it's kind of higher up in my countdown, just because I've been wearing it quite a bit, and there's a lot to love about it. Be right back. So number 2 in my countdown for medium wavy styles, this is Estetica Aspen and the color RH1488 RT8. I loved it the minute I brought it out of the box. I still love it. It went with me on some Christmas parties and some excursions, and it was just lovely the entire time. So I love Aspen because of these fibers. They're so realistic. Very fine and denier. It has a beautiful lace front and left hand mono part. Then it's open sides and back. I love the texture, and I love all of this beautiful layering. in the soft, ripply waves. It just, the realism and the natural, it just looks so natural, and it moves so natural. And I get so many compliments on it, probably because I feel really good and confident when I wear it. And so that just really shines through. If you're confident and you feel like you look gorgeous in your wigs when you step out the door, that's really going to show through. And people are going to give you compliments because they just see that you're happy and you're glowing and you're smiling and you have gorgeous hair. I just did a review on this one too, and I haven't changed my mind about any of my first impressions. I just absolutely love it. All right, so in the number 1 slot, it was a tie. They're both very different wigs, different lengths. The curl pattern is different on them, but I'm going based on how much I wore these this summer, and well, all year round really. So it is a tie for first, so I'll go ahead and show you the first one. So a lot of you remember the review on this one, and I absolutely love it. This is Tony of Beverly's Norah in the color 12S28. This and the Henry Margu 12H are just my absolutely favorite brunettes. They are beautiful. This one is a little bit warmer, I think, than the 12H. Has a little bit more gold tones in it and some caramely notes. But the style is the real hero here, guys. I love it. You probably seen where I compared it to the Henry Margu, the Henry Margu Kendall, and both beautiful wigs, but this one just has the curl and the contour that I love. It's a lace front. It's a left monopart, and then it has just enough built-in volume here at the top to keep this style going. The curl is just gorgeous. I love it. Just a ripply wave, but enough that it's truly a curly style. The bangs go up, swoop up and away from the face. I think the profile is so pretty. The length is very practical. I love Norah, and I still love Norah. That's why I have to share this with number 1, because I've worn it so much and I love it so much. Actually, I think that this is the true number 1, but I didn't have a chance to wear it as much as I did the other one that shares this number 1 spot. So let's go ahead without further ado, and I want to show you the other wig style that I've been wearing a lot this year. That's just a beautiful wavy mid-length style. Be right back. So I'm back with the other number 1 style, the wavy mid-length style that I've been wearing this year, and this is Ocean by Estetica. Ocean has a lot in common with Aspen. Aspen's a little curlier, a little longer, but in Aspen actually has a lot less permatease in it, because this one is just a lace front and then a permateased top. But I still love it. I think it's just a very feminine, gorgeous, everyday mid-length style with all this beautiful wave. It's just one of my favorites. And again, the reason why I have chosen it is because I actually have it in 5 different colors. I've accumulated quite a collection of Ocean styles because I love it that much, and I've been able to explore a lot of the different colors. And it's just in terms of wear, I have worn this style probably more than any other mid-length style this past year in 2017. So I'll go ahead and do a spin for you for Ocean. One thing that I love about Ocean is I mentioned the lace front, but what I didn't mention was that it's extremely deep. That lace front's probably 1.5 to 2 inches back, just the sheer lace front. It just gives you the illusion that's a little mono top there, and it keeps the price point down a little. So I love the lace front on this and the texture. Another thing that I've found that it makes it an everyday style for me is that it tangles some like you would expect from a mid-length style. However, the way these fibers are sewn in there at the nape, it kind of, with the wave, the shape and the contour of the wave, it kind of comes out from the nape, out and over. I don't know if I can show that. It would be probably very difficult to show you. But it doesn't drag the collar as much because the wavy pattern just kind of takes it up and over the collar. So I have noticed that. And that's just a really side benefit. It isn't the reason why I chose it for my number one. It's just gorgeous. So would you like to see one more color in my ocean collection? I don't think you've seen this one before. Let me go ahead and put it on. I'll be right back. So this is one of my ocean styles that I have in the color R30, 28, 26, RT4. A beautiful burnished brownish red russet. There's so much going on here in this color. Some Irish reds, some browns, some caramel tones, some blonde, gold blonde notes to it. It just is gorgeous. Estetica, some of the reds that I've had a chance to explore, I just love. Alright guys, so this wraps up my top 7, or technically 8, because there was a tie for first place for the medium wavy length styles that I've worn in 2017. Alright everybody, have a happy and beautiful 2018. I plan to do a short curly countdown as well coming up. So everybody take care.